gotta say I love being a Power Ranger, but there's a lot of things you gotta remember when you're given that responsibility and that morph on your belt, you know? I wake up early in the morning, get dressed and go to school. My parents raising a scholar, so I'm playing by the rules. Just a teenager with a special set of tools that give me incredible powers and a Zord that's pretty cool, but it comes with 3 rules. No personal gain, keep identity secret, never fight against the grain. I'm feeling a sudden change, my mind's being rearranged from did I do the dishes or the putties on the brain. Most of the afternoons are used perfecting the craft, kicking punch in the bag, study science and math. And Rita is on the path, civilians on the focus. I'm huddled in this corner hoping nobody would notice and spring it right into action. Power Rangers with passion. After hacking and slashing, the people started asking who are these heroes that save us on the day-to-day. The ones that don't wear capes is what I always say. Responsibilities I'm having to keep. I got exams and projects to complete. I'm so exhausted, evil, don't go to sleep. I'm risking lives like every day of the week. So leave a message right after the beep from the communicator. See, I've been waiting to have up this conversation, debating why we the heroes in the making. Never knocking the blessing, it doesn't leave out the question why we were chosen as rangers in these current situations. I get it, with destiny calls for good, evil will fall, danger persists. Save the people involved, I know it all, but where does it stop? I wasn't born under a rock, but I can see through all the windows and the pillars at the top. There will always be rinse and repeat, no matter amount we defeat. Mark up the tallies of the missions complete. I feel the pressure's cutting deep underneath, affecting me major. Been irking all my neighbors, always hear communicators in class. It's tough enough, passing along. Chances monsters could be approaching my home. Fears come from the dome. It's like it never ends every day in the morphin' grid. Our heroes don't wear capes, but I'm just a kid. Responsibilities I'm having to keep. I got exams and projects to complete. I'm so exhausted, evil, don't go to sleep. I'm risking lives like every day of the week. So leave a message right after the beep from the communicator. Responsibilities I'm having to keep from the communicator. I got exams and projects to complete from the communicator. I'm so exhausted, evil, don't go to sleep. I'm risking lives like every day of the week. So leave a message right after the beep from the communicator. Man, I wanna be a ranger. I wanna fire lasers in a mega sword. Reach for a power sword and save the day, of course. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Like Angel Grove's my second home. Back when conversations wasn't staring at a phone. Days will start with martial arts, create a spark. Hit attorney and your journeys will fill off the charts. At any start, the time you counter the stress. Focus and powerful to be lifting the powerless. I would be the best, put you all to the test. Make sure I put all motives of evil straight to rest, so no monsters can harm me. Call my sword the darkness, Charlie Murphy. Surfing turf, cause for sure you're seeing what's at stake. It's rare, you'll never see me walk down to any affair. From the fireballs to the tiger sword, gleaming the power sword. A villain will be the saviors of what they bargained for. But what it's worth, I'll say more than the planet Earth. Count every vessel of the universe. Man, I wanna be a ranger. I wanna fire lasers in a mega sword. Reach for a power sword and save the day, of course. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Yeah, Man, I wanna be a
Hear me out,
ranger.
being a hero is second nature. Besides the morphers, power coins, communicators, nothing major. Zord, I need a favor to take out the evildoers and all of the major players. In a blink, I'm taking the Sphinx out with the power sword, with the other weapons of link. So who's willing to think, ready to take a dive? How about you take a seat, and I will show you the starting five. First, no enemy really wanted with Kimberly. Shoot the power book, get my point across eventually. Fade to black, take a couple blows to the back, Taylor to Zach. I come equipped with the battle axe. You don't stand a chance with billion the power lance. Saluted the nerds, you won't get a second glance. You walk staggered after the strikes of the power dagger slash for the leader, and then the group poses coming
I wanna
after.
be a ranger. I wanna fire lasers in a mega sword. Reach for the power sword and save the day, of course. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Man, I wanna be a ranger. I wanna fire lasers in a megazord. Reach for the power sword and save the day, of course. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Come on, come on. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Man, I wanna be a ranger. A ranger. Oh, come on, come on. Man, I wanna be a ranger. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Man, I wanna be a ranger. A ranger. Oh.
The force is getting strong.
They'll
We'll
have
have
to break
break
the
where
weather and the
we just
storm.
storm
Santa Claus.
together. Hey, aren't you supposed to be introducing the show?
Oh, sorry, my job. Welcome back to Power Rangers Omniverse, you guys. Hope you guys are having a freaking amazing day so far out there in the morphing grid and on Roll Magic. I've been gone for a bit, but the team has held it down, having some cool ass sessions and some cool ass universes. So go make sure you go check those out. They're on our YouTube channel. If you do exclamation point YouTube, is that correct, Ember?
No.
Okay. Ember will put in. Yeah, she got you. She got you. It's Omni YT. Go ahead and follow the YouTube channel. I think we're close to 600 subscribers. So, you know what I'm saying? Go join the gang. But we're back for an amazing session. As you know, we begin here. I'm excited to be back. You know, it's been a minute. I'm even wearing my yellow shirt today. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. You guys ready? You guys hyped?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Did you
about.
not see me in a black and yellow shirt? I definitely understood the assignment.
Exactly. Also,
Okay, sorry. Let me get my yellow shirt. My bad.
Yeah, let me get a yellow shirt. I knew it was yellow shirt day.
also, make sure you guys go tell Ember happy birthday.
Thank
Amber's
you.
birthday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. Happy
I
belated.
was working. I'm sorry.
Look
Thank you. It's okay.
Kofi is pissed. He didn't know.
We both speak a lot of French too. I had a good bon anniversaire. I had that for you. I had it.
It's okay. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you.
Change this up and we'll go ahead and get started.
Everyone spam those pink power coins in the chat for Amber.
Yes. I want to see them pink coins in the chat.
All
I
right.
really don't really need different.
Just to give you guys a little recap, as it's been a couple of weeks since we had some sessions, or what happened last time. As the team made their way to the planet of Kalira, they attended a gala that the planet was hosted as an aurora was high in the sky that marked the 7th anniversary of the planet. You guys met Jack in this universe, who is not a ranger, maybe at least not yet, but you guys met Jack as he introduced you to the world and introduced you to Kalira. He explained that every time a new aurora emerges or reaches its peak, the whole planet is destroyed and rebuilt over again. Technically speaking, Jack himself is only about 7 years old, but within an older body. He's in his 20s. He looks in his 20s technically, but as you guys went to this Aurora Gala, before you guys, went off and got ready, you guys found out that the council that you guys have been searching for, the whole reason you guys went into space in the first place, was to see this council. There had been reports that Astronema, the evil space which you guys had been the pain of your existence, this entire campaign, has apparently been, assumed to be dead. And the council had called for the Rangers to discuss. As you guys went in, you guys met a couple of people. You guys met General Vexon, Orion Paxis, Counselor Thalira, and some other people that Christian can't remember right now, but it's okay. But as you guys had this conversation, they kind of told you all that Astronema indeed has been captured. She was found on a small abandoned planet, alone. No weapons, no put up of a fight, nothing. As you guys kind of explored and talked to her, but you all realized that they hadn't got any information out of her. They said they were interrogating her for weeks, haven't been able to get any information as to what's going on, why she was alone, why suddenly the Alliance of Evil has been disbanded across the universe. It's unknown. But as you guys kind of started talking to her a bit, you found out that something isn't right up here. She was then taken away back to your prison cell. And then you guys went to get ready for your nice little night out on the gala. We had some cute romantic scenes between or semi-romantic between Noel and Raven. And then of course a cute little dance between Yanni and Aubrey. And even Sule, got a thing going that she met this cute little guy from Kalira as well. But just as kind of everybody was having a good time at the gala, the ceiling exploded and shattered as the aurora above peaked. And the last thing they heard was the Harbinger has been reborn. Of course, next session, the Rangers woke up. All kind of days. Some people had separated shoulders, broken arms, some few scratches here and there, but nothing, too crazy. As the team kind of gathered themselves, they each split into two teams. Noel, Sule, and Yanni decided to go check out one of the spaceports here. As they did, they each found a member of the council, all kind of in different places. But as they did, they each saw visions. Whether that be their worst fear, whether that be just something scary and crazy as hell, the same thing appeared in each of their visions. A silver figure, an aurora in the sky. And in each vision, the aurora slowly died as light started to leave it. As the other team went into the city to investigate, they each found monsters, creatures almost. It looks like some of the citizens of Kailera have been turned into something monstrous, something crystalline. As each of the Rangers, as Weston, Aubrey, and Raven started to kind of investigate a little bit more, they each had a vision of their own. Go back and watch that. I think it's called Solaris. I think it's episode 39. Go back and watch it. It's a really good episode. But as they each did their thing, Solaris presented himself to all the Rangers as they all kind of met back up. And a fight ensued between the two. Solaris put up a good fight, so did the Rangers. But Solaris managed to get away. As each of them kind of Solaris dipped out, Psycho Yellow and Psycho Black appeared in gigantic form in the sky. In Power Ranger fashion, they summoned the Zords, formed the Megazord, and even Aubrey summoned his Thunder Heart Megazord, as it was a combination of all these sick-ass yellow Megazords. Go back and watch Forever Yellow session if you don't know, if you want to see more about that. But as they stand there, they end up defeating the Black and Yellow Psycho Ranger. Or so they think, at least. But as the battle has ended and Kailera is in ruins around them, that's where we're going to pick up today's session. And I have a little bit of a monologue, so please bear with me. All right. The exterior is Kailera. It's the evening time. The sky still shimmers with the faint after images of the aurora, flickering like dying embers. The city is broken. Wreckage lies across the plaza. Fires crackle in the distance. Broken glass and fractured light and scorched earth tell the story of a world saved, but only barely. And in the heart of it, the Omni Rangers stand tall, bruised, but not beaten. There's a wide shot of the Omni Nexus Megazord and Thunderheart fading out into streaks of light as the Rangers teleport aboard the Omni Megaship. In 1 second, as I prepare one more song. We cut from there to a couple hours later. Remember, in the fight with Solaris, Yanni put a tracker on Astronema to be able to track her and figure out what she's doing or where she's going. So, a couple hours later, after the big fight with Solaris and the Megazord battle and the Zord battle, you guys have been able to dial in on that signal. The camera opens in orbit above Kalara. Once vibrant, now fractured. The aurora overhead is dim, pulsing in jagged threads of violet and gold, like veins across the dying sky. In its wake, the remnants of a battle flickered, like I said, scorched buildings, broken towers, and distant fires that refused to go out. The world breathed shallow. Above the ruins, the Omni megaship drifts silently through the upper atmosphere, cloaked in low power. Its hull is patched with battle scars. The lights are dimmed inside, not out of weakness, but out of intention. A soft red glow illuminates the drop bay where the team stands, armored, motionless, and focused. Their suits shift and ripple as shadow mode activates. Colors draining into darkening stealth plating, accents glowing faintly like star maps etched into obsidian. Helmets lock, visors flicker, and HUD scans appear before them. They are no longer beacons of hope in this moment. They are hunters on a mission. And, 1 second, this is what you all appear like as you stand in this drop bay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, stealth.
I apologize, Yanni. That's Diddy's uniform, but you get the vibe.
Man, I get the idea.
As you guys stand in this drop bay, I dropped my D4. There it goes. As you guys stand in this drop bay, a map pulses in the bay in front of you. A wireframe of the Kaliran spaceport, nestled into the cliffside shadow of the planet. Docking pylons stretch like the ribs of a buried leviathan. At its center, a single signal, familiar, dangerous, astronomer. As you guys stand there, it's been silent for a couple of moments. There is no words at this current moment that is spoken between you all, only a mission and objective. As you guys stand there, you can hear inside your helmets the voice of Aubrey as his voice kind of cuts through the silence. Are we, everybody good to go?
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's do it.
No? You good? He might be frozen. Yeah, yeah. He says no. Are you?
Oh, you're frozen too.
Yeah, no, good. Sorry, I think I blanked out for a second.
Bro.
You good? You good?
I think my brain froze is what happened.
Man, you pulled a mannequin challenge on us like an expert. The green screen didn't help either because the green screen obviously isn't moving. So you're just like, what is happening?
Amazing. The wind howls as the bay doors begin to open below you all. Beyond them, the city sprawls in darkness below, broken by threads of artificial light and distant chaos. A maintenance platform hangs 50 meters above the primary hangar. Silent, unlit, it waits. The Rangers step forward one by one, There are no words, just breath and still intention. Then they drop. Black silhouettes against the violet sky, falling like shadows into the void. Silent silhouettes streak through the night. There are no parachutes or jets, just gravity and precision. They land hard, silently rolling through cover as sirens wail faintly in the distance. At this point, the search has begun. As you guys land, boom, a kind of inaudible thud goes off as each of you kind of tumble and roll. As you all stand, you guys are here. You can see in the distance where it says the void, that is where the aurora, the gold shimmering beacon of hope, used to bleed across the sky and bring hope to thousands of people on Kaelira. But now a broken, fractured splinter void sits in the sky where the aurora used to be. As you guys are sitting here, is there anything that you guys say as you're all standing on the platform?
We need to catch her first. I know you guys have history with her, but this is also the only lead we have on anything, so try not to lead with your emotions first, please.
Copy. No. I know that she's messed with you in certain ways. Are you gonna be okay for this operation?
Nobody has hurt me more than me. Even a Frosty.
Understood. Sule, I know, you're still kind of finding your feet here. Just, watch your corners. Stay close to somebody, okay?
Got it.
You can hear Avery kind of radio in. Raven, are we good up there? Because you can hear Raven's voice kind of come in as she is on the Omni Mega ship. She says, yeah, I'll look out from here, make sure everything's okay. As you can hear that. You can hear again. You can hear me, Zay?
Just faintly, but I can't hear you.
What did you miss? Everything?
Everything.
Okay.
I'll look it back. I was about the video.
No. I can explain it real quick. Easy peasy.
Okay.
You guys, do you remember a couple sessions ago when you guys put that tracker on Astronema?
Yeah.
You guys are now at the location where you guys are tracked her down to this spaceport you guys are at. That whole thing before was just basically a cool way to say you guys dropped out of the ship and kind of rolled onto the spaceport. The place you guys are looking for now, you guys are at the top of the spaceport. You guys need to make it to Dock 9. That's where the signal is strongest currently. So you guys, all this happened is you guys have landed on the platform and you guys are about to go investigate the spaceport.
Gotcha.
And you guys are in this cool, shadow, like stealth kind of mode. Really, really sick.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. As you guys are kind of walking, you can hear like wind kind of whistling past you all as you guys are walking as well. As you guys make your way, you can hear what looks to be alarms kind of wailing all in front of you in this huge space station. Can each of you guys go ahead and roll me a d20 plus 3?
You got it.
Yeah, man.
I have a question about the environment.
Yeah.
Just that the picture is very dark. Are we above water?
No, that is like basically the world of Kaylira underneath you. So this is a spaceport.
Okay.
So like you guys are kind of in the atmosphere, if that makes sense. You guys aren't in space, but you're like above land, if that makes sense. You guys are high in the sky.
Yeah. And we're starting already.
Also, everybody go ahead and take one inspiration from me for, you know what I'm saying? Welcome back.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Was that a hint for no to reroll?
No. That's not.
Y'all know I don't reroll.
Oh,
I got like 8 inspirations over here. I don't know why I don't use them. I think I like the chaos.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's the story, you know.
Just looking at him like, you'll never beat me.
For this, you guys are on this platform. You hear like the wind kind of whistling past you guys. As you guys are kind of like looking at this building, obviously you can tell that it's been abandoned for a while. You can see like this world's version of like spider webs kind of strung all around the place. But you can tell like these kind of spider webs, they glow like a very bright red, I would say. This of course this world's version of like spider webs. But as you guys are kind of walking closer, Weston and Yanni, you guys will be able to tell that like as you guys are walking closer, you can of course the alarm that's welling throughout the spaceport gets louder as you guys start to walk closer. Just for a split second, you can swear that as one of the alarms kind of wails out, you hear a scream for a split second somewhere deep within this spaceport. But as soon as like it's like almost like it's almost like a huh? Like am I hearing that correct? I would say.
Did you catch that, Weston? You both looked at me the same time. I assume you heard that too, or am I just? Did you hear someone screaming it, or what? It sounded like someone screaming.
That was definitely someone screaming.
Yeah, we might need to move faster than we think.
All right. What do you guys want to do? I mean, we might be able to cover more ground if we split up, but I also know how splitting up has been for us recently. What do you guys want to do here? Aubrey speaks and says.
I'm trying to literally make my brain do math right now.
You're good.
Okay. So it's 5 of us. Okay.
Yep.
I think the bot threw me off. I'm like, we're not
yeah.
So whatever, if you guys do decide to split up, you'll be uneven team.
fine. I say we stick together for now, because we don't know what we're walking into.
Okay. All right.
I agree.
Huh? As you guys start to walk closer, Aubrey, you can see like there is a big kind of like hangar bay door that's like close, like that's like almost closed. The only thing that you can see is like a sliver of light coming from the inside, kind of shining out onto the platform where you guys are, and you can see it's like you guys can see about like this much inside maybe. But you can see there's a data panel nearby that Aubrey says, looks like this is where I come in. Give me 1 second as he kind of like bends down and starts to, you can hear like wires cracking as he starts to kind of like strip the wires and kind of rework it and repattern it. He says, watch my back, I would say to the rest of you. As each of you kind of turn around, can you guys roll me a D100 each of you? Or anybody who's turning around. If anybody would like to go talk to Aubrey while he's doing his thing, you know, so don't roll. But anybody who is turning around to kind of check out the environment.
Wait, what's Aubrey doing?
He is basically going. There's like a little data panel nearby. He's basically trying
Mhm.
to get this big ass hangar door open. Don't. It's like kind of like when like a door's like a electronic door's malfunctioning. It's kind of doing like that little C's where it's
Mhm.
like a open close sort of deal. It's
Yeah.
like malfunctioning. He's trying to
Okay.
like basically restrip the wires in this data panel nearby, to of course make an entrance for you guys to get inside. But it's gonna take
I
him a
think
little minute.
Sule would be like watching him, see if he needs any help.
Okay, for sure.
Um engineering shit, so
For
she's
shit.
interested.
For shit. Is Yanni? I Tokyo, you didn't realize. Is Yanni also like wanting to yap with Albry as well?
Yeah, I think she would try to take the time to
Okay,
make sure his head's okay.
for sure, for sure.
For sure.
I'd say Sule kind of walks over first. It's he's on. You can see Aubrey's on one knee. Of course, you can't see his face or anything because it's covered by his helmet. But he's kind of sitting there as he's kind of reworking. And as you walk over, he kind of turns and he says, "Oh, hey, Sule."
Hey, just wanted to check if, needed any help with
Oh, no. I'm good for now, I think. As he kind of
Okay.
restrips one while he says, this kind of tech similar to what you guys worked with on your world. I mean, I've restripped a lot of spaceships and a lot of stuff over, I guess, the last year or two that I've been a Power Ranger. But
Yeah.
is this kind of tech similar to the stuff that you worked on your world?
I think so. I mean, wires are wires.
That's
Um
I didn't think that would be a universal thing, but yeah, I guess so. Since you
Yeah.
don't use duct tape too, do you?
No, I do. I do.
What?
Yeah. Remember you tweeted about duct tape and you were
That
like,
was
does
you?
anyone know? Yeah, that was me under like my human alias.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
cool as hell. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, he says, you guys come from the stars, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can imagine. Though as he kind of like motions over to like the dead aurora high in the sky, he says, "I can imagine this is like hard for you seeing all of this."
Yeah. Um when when the stars die, one of us also dies. So feels very deathy.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Is your culture? I mean, I was always. I mean, I didn't want to be too forward, but I guess now maybe it's a good time to ask. When we kind of like went to save your ship when we first met, it didn't seem like your people kind of had a lot of weapons lying around. Or I'm not to say you guys wouldn't put up a good fight or anything, but is your world like a peaceful sort of thing with not a lot of armies around and stuff? And we're trying to look through her backstory. Fully up to you.
Mm. Yeah, we're more of a peaceful planet, more for research and kind of a safe haven. Like we had some ships that like would come in and like stop in for repairs, kind of like kind of a passing point,
Okay.
just in space.
Gotcha. And you can see as Aubrey's kind of talking with you, a holographic thing kind of pulls up. As you can see, it's a two-man, like fail-safe that has just pulled up, in front of Aubrey.
Oh,
As he says, "Oh shit, do you mind helping me out real quick?"
yeah, I got you, of course.
All right, we're gonna roll, me and you. We're gonna roll us a d20 plus 4. We both have to get at least above a 15. Or not both, but both our rolls have to equal above 15.
So like combined?
Yeah, combined. Yep.
Okay. Oh, we're
D20,
good.
D20 plus 4. I got a 15 on die.
And I got a slutty 20.
Oh, word. You guys, tell me, like, is there a certain way you think Sule would, like, you know what I'm saying, do her thing? Or, like, tell me, like, what's, like, the vibe of Sule when she's hacking, I guess? Or, you know, doing engineering shit.
I think she has a very calm vibe to her, like calm and focus. Like this seems very natural for her.
Nice.
Kind of like a yeah, just natural. I don't know where I was going with that.
Amazing. Yeah. Is he kind of like, you kind of like you're like Tony Stark when he has like the holographic stuff all around him. You're like throwing like holographs and holograms like everywhere. Like, get rid of this, get rid of that. Okay, we're gonna dive into here. Yeah. And I would say while you're doing that, Aubrey's doing like the actual like hand stuff where he's like stripping wires, like reconnecting things. You can see him like pull out a wrench out of nowhere. Like
out of its pocket.
And then he just kind of like I'd say there's one laying by. I'll say that makes more sense. As he kind of grabs and you can see he's like redoing wrenches and like twisting it a bit and doing his thing. I would say as he's kind of sitting here. And I'd say the whole system kind of glows green for a second. He says, all right, well, at least we got past the failsafe.
Nice.
Thanks so much, Sule.
Of course.
As you both fist pound, he says, I mean, I know I'm the leader now, but I'll always be an engineer first.
Yeah.
And as you kind of turn around, I'd say, Yanni, you kind of walk up as well. As Aubrey's kind of bent down here. He says, don't worry, I'm almost done.
Yeah, it looks like you needed Sule to save you there.
Okay, all right. It's been a while since I've been in the engineering room.
Yeah, I could tell you look a lot less grease stained. Kind of weird.
I thought you'd like that.
When I met you, the first thing we did was ride a motorcycle. So I'm assuming that.
That's true.
Hey, listen. Sometimes people grow up. Sometimes people just stop being cool. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
She kind of just laughs a little bit. And she goes and she puts her hand on his back first, and then she kind of just like goes up his back, and she kind of just like has her hand on. She's like, "Are you okay though? Like, are you okay with this? You talk to me a lot about astronomy and everything she do, so I just want to make sure you are okay with this." The catching her thing.
You could see like his hand kind of, I say he's like wrenching something, tightening something with a wrench, and then his hand just kind of stops.
Yanni wouldn't notice it for sure.
She's killed so many people, destroyed so many families. I mean, she's done so much. I mean, she tortured us when we first became Rangers. And what do we do when we get her? Do we imprison her? I mean, I just don't know the answer to what's gonna happen right now, and I'm afraid. I know I'm supposed to be a leader and make decisions in the moment. I'm just afraid when that moment comes, I don't know if I can act as a leader or as an assassin.
Well, what do you feel like right now?
Like somebody who wants to help.
Be that person.
Okay.
Imagine if it was one of us. What if it was me?
Yeah.
Sharma could be any one of us right now. I don't know her crimes as well as you do, but she could just as well be tortured just like all of us were. Trauma doesn't stop on Earth. We've seen enough to know that. So just think about that. And whatever you decide, I'll have your back.
What? Are you gonna be okay? I mean, I know, obviously, I've been doing this a lot longer than you, but I imagine astronomers hurt you in many ways as well.
Yeah, I can't say that she hasn't. She definitely has, but are we are we in this to to grow, to be better? Isn't that what Rangers about? That's what you told me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
she moves her hand, and then she kind of just like where the wrench and stuff is. She kind of puts her hand there, like kind of grabbing his hand as it's like to grab his hand and hold it. She's like, "Then let's be better."
You won't be able to see it behind the mask, but I'd say
Yeah,
you'd feel it. You can feel a
yeah.
smile coming from behind his helmet, and he just goes back and starts turning. He said, "Better, yeah." As he starts slowly turning the wrench again. Now,
I, oh,
go
sorry. I
go.
was gonna say
No, go.
before Yanni walks away, she gets takes a little bit of the grease off whatever it is, and she just kind of smears it on his helmet a little bit. She's like, there's Aubrey.
As he again, you could feel a smile come from behind his helmet as he turns back and starts working again. Now, Noel and Weston, as all this is kind of going on behind you, as both of you are turned around, do each of you have like of course, your blasters out? Like, would you have your weapons out, kind of like scanning the area,
I
or are you
have
guys
my
unarmed? You'd have your blaster out. Would you have like the
Yeah.
flashlight turned on since it's a little dark out here?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. What about you, Noel?
Noah wouldn't have his shot. He'd have his blaster out. He'd have both blaster out, so he'd have um no flashlight. He would be, ironically enough, standing in the shadow of Weston.
Okay, gotcha. So you're kind of standing behind him a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. All right.
Just take advantage of like that black on black outfit, that kind of just easy stealth going on.
Gotcha. Amazing. As you guys are kind of, but as you guys are kind of scanning the area, I'd say you guys kind of do like a sweep around the platform. I'll post a picture of kind of what it looks like out here again, just so you can get the visuals. As you guys are kind of scanning this area here, you can see almost like this picture, a runway that like a broken up runway that you guys are kind of scanning. You can see a streak of yellow light on the ground that flickers every few moments as you guys walk between them. But as you guys are kind of scanning, again, you can hear the wind kind of whistling out here as it's getting harder and harder to kind of walk. But as you guys are up here, each of you would see something kind of glowing to the left side of the platform. Something that doesn't seem to like make sense to be here, I'd say. I'd say it's like a glimmer of light coming from the left side. I'd say like it's like not one of those things you can just see automatically. I'd say it's like one of those things that you catch, but you have to walk closer to fully kind of see what it is. Would you guys like to walk closer?
Oh, you want to walk closer? I'll walk closer. Walk closer.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we can check that out.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And I'd say just let you guys know, like the rest of the group can still see you when you guys are walking over there.
Okay, but this is just Weston and Noel that are moving towards the. Okay.
Exactly. As you guys are walking over there, you would see almost like something like burned into the spaceport runway. It looks like almost like graffiti, almost for a second, and then you kind of move closer, and you can see that it's actually glowing. You would see this here on the platform, on the ground of the platform. You would see it almost hum as you guys kind of get closer. A very a very familiar hum to when you guys had the visions earlier that were forced onto you by Solaris. And I'd say as well, you notice that the glow isn't like from any electricity. And obviously, you know, there's minimal, like, this place is abandoned, so the electricity that is running through this place is very minimal. But you could see that, like, I'd say your helmets kind of read that, like, this thing is not running on any sort of electricity. Would you guys like to do maybe a scan with your helmets to see if you can get any other information from it?
Yeah, I'd like to do a scan.
All right, go for it. This is gonna be a D20. I'm gonna say +2.
I got a 13.
13.
I got an 8.
All right. I'd say no. Your scans only go to a certain point. Like I said, obviously this thing isn't being run by any sort of electricity or power. You can see as your helmet starts scanning it, no, you can see remnants of some sort of star. And then your helmet, your scans kind of start cross matching things, and it cross matches as a picture pulls up to the aurora that was just above you guys hours ago, high in the sky. You can see remnants of that aurora inside this mark or this symbol or whatever it is. Weston. With that 13, you get all the stuff that Noel gets, but Weston, you can also tell with your scans of this symbol that it seems ancient. But you only know that this aurora that was ahead is only 7 years old. Because everybody on Calera, of course, is 7 years old. But you can also tell that your helmet kind of cross matches this to be a calling of sorts. Almost like it's like it reads back to like very resemblant to like recruitment posters from different like sides of the galaxy. Symbols of like hope almost. Or symbols of something else entirely. So that's what you get, Weston. Do you say anything to know when these scans kind of pop up?
No, you got anything?
Not much. This looks reminiscent to the energy signatures we saw in the aurora. And it isn't. This light is perpetual. There's no electricity passing through it or to it. It's not like, and Noah would just kind of like put his hand on somewhere on the surface to try to run electricity through the area. It's like, no, it's not connected to anything. Did you see anything?
I mean, yeah, the same thing, but something more to it.
Something more to it.
Yeah.
And as you say something more to it, I'd say Opry kind of cuts in over calm and says, just got the door open. As you can look back, you can see the spaceport door opening before you all. Do you want to continue on with your thought, Weston, or would you keep that to yourself for now of the other stuff that you found out?
I'll keep it to myself for now.
Okay. And you guys make your way across the hangar to the others. You're good. As you make your way across the, of course, the runway to the others. As you guys kind of stand in front of this door, let's say Aubrey looks at you, the group of you all, and says, Well, let's go. As you guys walk in. And I'd say as you walk in, immediately, as you pass through the door, you can hear a boom as the door completely closes behind you all. As you all are now inside of the spaceport. Aubrey looks back and says, well, we're not going back that way. So I have to figure out a different way to go. Everybody, flashlights up. As each of you are... What the hell? I love these so much, though. I love these so much, though. Oh, man. Why is it so cool?
Steady, are you ready?
Oh, my goodness. Man. But as you guys are kind of, walking throughout the spaceport here, you would see, you'd be here, actually. I forgot I have a picture. You'd be here. You would see, of course, a body/corpse to your left on the side of the wall. You could see, like, electrical wires kind of sparking overhead. And light coming from another room kind of shining into this wall. As you guys are walking, you come to like you be walking down this hallway as you come to two rooms, one to your right and one to your left. Would you guys like to explore these rooms?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Which one would you guys like to go in first, the right or the left room?
The left.
I say 2-2-1, where two people check one room, two people check another one's in the hallway.
Okay. All right.
I did want to look at that dead body.
Okay.
So I could hang in the hallway.
Okay, for sure. I would say Noel hangs in the hallway. We'll say Aubrey and Yanni go together, and Sule and Weston go together. We'll say Aubrey and Yanni go left, Sule and Weston go right.
There was a dead body. I just got back, so.
Oh, yeah. If you look at the picture, you can kind of see it on the left side.
Oh, dang it. I was a dead body. It don't matter.
As you guys are walking, I'd say... We'll start with Noel first, actually, as each of the teams kind of descend into the rooms. Noel, you walk up to this corpse. You can see the kill is fresh. As you kind of start scanning, I'd say this is going to be like a crime scene investigation roll. Go ahead, you're going to roll me a... Just say flat D20. Seven. All right. As you are looking at this corpse, you can see the race is familiar to you. Vaguely. You recognize this guy to be the same race that General Vexon is. And I'll also post a picture of General Vexon so you can kind of, get the imagery of it.
Yeah, I kind of have like a vague memory of how he looks, kind of burly, no nonsense expression looking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So obviously you can tell he looks a little bit different, but obviously you can tell same race. You can see. You can see. You can see like his eyes are still open as you're looking at him. As you look at him, though, you can see the irises of his eyes are like almost like a crystalline, translucent color. Which, of course, is different from how that you know that these races, irises, colors, eyes are.
Mm-hmm.
As you're kind of looking over it more, you could not determine a cause of death, I'd say. Maybe I say the closest thing with that 7 that you could probably guess to is maybe a heart attack. Or like literally scared to death, I'd say. I'd say it's very visible too as well that he died in shock. As like his mouth is open, like almost like he was, like I said, he was scared to death. As you're kind of like looking at the uniform, obviously you can tell he's like, in the military. But the weird thing about this though is, if you're thinking about this in a diplomatic standpoint, they're just guests on this world. I think I said he was Draxian. I could be wrong. Yes, he's
Yeah, you said he
Draxian.
was the same race as
Yeah,
the general.
gotcha. Yep. So he's Draxian. Draxians are only guests on this world. Of course, Commander Vexon, he is on the Council of Worlds, but his association and diplomatic association is just for the Council. They haven't been given up or like leadway to like come on to this world fully and like, do their thing. You also start to kind of put together too the placing of this spaceport is like deep in the clouds. Like, you guys had to search a bit for this place, I'd say.
Yeah, I did not miss that there's a very visible split in the sky above us,
Yes.
like a divide in the clouds.
Yes. Um as well as you're kind of like looking, you can tell of course he has military gear on, military armor. Um and you also be able to put together that if you remember when you guys kind of first got to this world, it was a while ago, so I don't expect you to fully remember if you don't. You remember when you guys talked to somebody in the market, they had said, fuck, the Draxians are here. When
Yeah.
like a security detail walked around the market. So I'd say with that 7, that's mostly of what you'll be able to tell as like you're looking at this kind of corpse. What's going through Noel's mind here is he kind of starts to piece some of those things together.
He would just kind of think, damn, this was a nasty death. Um, he would be looking into his eyes, and he would be very curious about that coloration.
Mm-hmm.
And he would think back, Bender Vexen. No, he had a solid color to his eyes. This is uh, whatever did this to him. This was something foul. Um, Noel kind of like just out of respect, kind of shuts his jaw and closes his eyes.
Amazing. And I'd say you can probably stand up as you look to the left. As Aubrey and Yanni both kind of walk into the room, I'd say, Yanni, you can see kind of like this glowing red spider webs spread out across the ceiling. I would say, too, as well, you'd be able to see a security drone in the corner that looks similar to this right here. If I can find it. You'd see a security drone similar to this here, Yanni. But you can obviously see that it's damaged. There's like a hole in certain parts. You can see like some of the wires. You can see like the inside, the interior of the drone. You can see some things kind of sparking on the inside a bit. And it looks to be like powered down as well. It doesn't look to be active. As you kind of turn like the corner where that drone is, you can see a small like workstation computer. Let me see if I can find a picture or something like that. Hold on. Um, yeah, here we go. Looks something like this right here, I'd say. That's not it. Oh, yeah, that is. Never mind. As you turn the corner, which thing do you think Yanni would be more interested in? Tokyo.
Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was
I,
muted.
you know what? I knew it for a second. I was like, I bet she forgot to unmute her mic.
I did.
What do you think?
Yanni would
Yeah, movie. Oh,
Yanni
sorry. Go
would be
ahead.
going to the workbench because she would feel like she would be able to at least try to get some intel off of the computers more than the robots. Because
Gotcha.
as much as Xylus has taught her, but like, and Aubrey has taught her how to do like robotics and stuff like that, it's just not her thing,
Yeah.
really. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
she kind of gets more this side of the tech aspect.
Gotcha. And
So
I'd say Aubrey
definitely,
goes over to the drone since you're kind of like a split effort here.
yeah.
As you walk up to like one of the computers, you can see like a thick layer of dust kind of spread out all around, all across this computer station. I'd say you probably have to like dust it off or wipe it off a bit. Would Yanni like take off her helmet to like see better, or you think she'd keep it on?
No, she would definitely keep it on.
Okay, for sure,
She would try to make the flashlight part brighter, if
for
anything.
sure, for sure. Um, as you kind of like lean down here, I feel like you got that like there's no chair, so you got that lean down computer vibe where
Yeah.
we're like basically like this right here.
Hey, what are you talking about? Aubrey is a gymnast, thank you. She can literally squat.
Oh, what? Hey, go for it, Queen.
Don't
Uh,
disrespect.
but as you,
That's why Harper mad now.
hey, you know what I mean? But as you kind of squat down here, you kind of like start looking into the computer. Go ahead. You're gonna roll me. This is gonna be a best 2 out of 3 situation when it comes to rolls. You're gonna get a +2 to your rolls.
Okay, let me move my lemonade.
You're good. You're good. Go ahead. Start rolling when you're ready.
Best 2 out of 3.
Yes.
Okay.
You
What's the
have
DC?
to
Or
13.
just okay. All right. Well, the first one definitely beats that,
Nice.
and the second one extremely beats that. So the
Nice.
first +2, the first one is 21, and the second one was a nat 20.
Damn. Damn. Amazing. As you like tell me like how Yanni like hacks into this thing or like you know what I'm saying logs in and starts going to work.
Yanni would definitely at first she would be kind of like apprehensive because it is to her knowledge at this point is like foreign. So she starts like turning it on, and as she's going through, she starts to realize she kind of understands more of it than she actually thought she would. And I say she definitely hold on. There's a Sandra Bullock gift.
Go for it.
Damn, I don't know if it's gonna have it on here. It's not, so I'm just gonna use this.
For
But
real.
she's in a movie called Hacker, and there's a scene where she's like dialed the fuck in, but
Ah,
it didn't pop up. But I've seen it before, but it didn't pop up in here. But
gotcha.
yeah, she would just start like slowly as she's starting to get used to it. You would probably like see her like look over and just see her like just kind of just in there. She's like, you can tell she's like, you can't see through her mask obviously, but from her hand movements and stuff, and how the screen and like her head like jolting in the different screens, she's definitely looking at right. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
like
Who's up?
like
Yeah, yeah.
that.
Yep, yep.
Like just smoothly like going through these screens, moving moving things to other screens.
Amazing. Actually, let me roll for Aubrey real quick to see if he can even hack into this drone. As you're kind of standing there, you can hear like a spark from behind you, like a almost like a mini explosion, or like something kind of like
You
burst.
okay back there?
As you turn around, you
This
see like
dumbass.
the drone smoking. I may have put too much dip on my chip.
Oh, told you about saying those.
Sorry.
Uh,
As he kind of
okay.
he says that drone is cooked. As he kind of walks up behind you. I actually
Yeah,
rolled. I got a
definitely
3 and
well done.
I got a 3 and a 5. So.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Can I use my inspiration for Aubrey?
Yeah. Sure.
This is the only time I ever think about using inspiration is when someone else gets a low score. I forget I have them until you guys like, you have inspiration. I'm like, oh, I do. Okay.
Oh, why am I just sitting here? Why am I not rolling? I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry.
It's like I don't really roll
I
for
was
it.
sitting, I was sitting
I was
here. I
tripping
was
for a
sitting here.
second.
If you noticed, I turned around. I was looking at my
I did.
sitcom camera. Like, what is
I
this man
did.
doing?
I saw you turn around for sure.
I was just I don't know, man. I was somewhere else. For a
Like,
second.
hello?
I got a dirty tweet though, so you can see he says.
Oh my God.
Tom rewinds a bit and he says, "Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I know these systems." You can hear from behind him. But as you start to hack into this computer, you would see several folders kind of like on the desktop screen, main screen. You would see first thing you would see actually these computers belong to the Draxian Empire. You are hacking into a Draxian Empire mainframe right now, and you can see as well that the space station is Draxian as well. You would pull up so as you kind of go to the desktop, I'd say you see several folders. You see personnel records, spaceport blueprints. It's like a whole schematic of what the spaceport looks like. You'd see what looks to be a corrupted folder, like there looks to be something wrong with that. You may have to maybe do a roll with advantage to hack into it. And then you see one more folder that says security camera feeds. Which folder do you think Yanni would be interested in first?
The security feeds, because that's her first mission while on here is information. Anything that can help them move through here better
Gotcha.
to get to the port 9 easier. That's
Gotcha.
her first mindset. Her second mindset would be definitely that file, but she doesn't want to risk messing the file itself up and them also not getting anything.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay. You would see as you go to the schematics, the blueprints. You would see that you guys have to move through the hospital wing to be able to get down to Dock 9 the quickest. But the only problem with the hospital wing is that this place is abandoned and a lot of the spaceport has like fallen away and crumbled and stuff like that. You'd be able to see that I was gonna say, oh yeah, you'd be able to see that like a lot of the hospital wing has fallen away. So you could see that like it is still a viable way to go, but you know you guys are gonna have to traverse through there differently. Now you could go through the prison ward, but it'll be a lot longer. but it will be more safer.
Damn, not safe and not safe. Damn, that's how we got in this situation in the first place. That's why we're in uncharted space right now. Yanni is going to scan the blueprints and stuff with her helmet, so she can share it with the rest of the team.
Gotcha.
And she's gonna relay the information. She's gonna like. So as you can see, we have two options. We can safely but longingly get there, or we can go to the straight shot, but possibly die in a vacuum of space. So I'll put that on the table. My personal vote is the straightaway, just because I feel like one, we can handle it, and two, we don't know what Astronomer's doing. So, but that's I'm down with whatever.
I say Aubrey says, me personally, I think we should go through the hospital wing. But that's just me. What about the rest
So
of it?
that's hospital.
Sule? No. Weston?
The prison is a lot safer, but it is a lot long. We're just adding more time to get there, though. But it could give us more insight on this place. I mean, this is a Draxian facility, so maybe we
What
can
did
learn
Yanni
more.
say again? Like, what did she pick? What was her vote?
She voted to go through the hospital wing too, just because she wants to be able to get to Astronema quicker, because we don't know if she's planning to leave or not. So she's like, we should go through there, but she understands also going the safer route, just so we can for surely get there safe, because it's going to be a lot more dangerous going the other way.
Real. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think Astronema is our priority right now, so I also say hospital wing.
Okay.
Guessed.
I agree. And if there's an emergency, then Yanni has an abundance of supplies around her.
That's true. All right. Hospital wing it is.
And you're gonna ask her to take her helmet off? Like, what would a medical person take their helmet off in an place?
Real
Yeah,
shit.
just let me do that real quick.
What's the next folder that she kind of like, of course, jots down those schematics, your helmet, kind of like, screenshots that, memorizes it. As you click out of the blueprint schematics, what's the next folder that y'all need to be interested in? Camera feeds, okay.
Yeah.
Now, the weird thing is that actually, no, would you have relayed some of that information that you got from the corpse to Yanni, or to the rest of the team? It's okay if you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have relayed that this was a Draxian, a guest foreign to the planet, probably just there for the celebration, and that they were like murdered. This wasn't an accident. This was intentional. They were shocked, and this was resent. So, and then this wouldn't be information I got, but it'd just be more of like a self-drawn conclusion, is that they may have been killed by someone they know.
Gotcha. Okay. You would say, I'd say Yanni is you, because I'd say while you were hacking into the first folder, you heard that from No. If you look at the second one, now the weird thing that you remember about Noel is that you remember that whatever killed him, it was fresh, which means this guy hasn't been dead for long.
Mm-hmm.
The weird thing that you guys are getting, the weird thing that you see, Yanni, is that all the camera footages you see are from 3 years ago. As you start to like look through, you can see like normal operations. You can see various different like security like POVs of people walking through hallways. You can see what looks to be scientists, kind of walking through halls. You can see like military escorts. You even see Commander Vexon walking through the halls as well. Now, I would say if this ever gets out that they have a Draxian secret laboratory up here, it would spell bad for the Draxians because this would not look good on them for whatever they're doing up here. You would know. I would say you would know between like diplomatic ties. This is a no-no because they're up here secretly, unsupervised, and of course nobody. This you don't know what this laboratory, this like whole spaceport is yet. What's the purpose behind it? But I'd say there's a little button here you can download it to the Omni Mega
Oh,
ship
I was
if you'd
gonna
like
ask
to.
that. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
literally gonna ask.
yeah. I'd say you send all this camera footage off, to the Omni Mega ship, and of course you have that full thing to do with whatever you'd like.
I would say that she does that though. She doesn't say that she does that, but
Hmm.
she just kind of just go. But she does kind of bring it up a little bit. She's just like, "Hey, Noel, how fresh did you say that body was?"
Uh, they may have been killed in the past hour, 3 hours at the most, but the body is fresh. There was blood still leaking. It hadn't even dried.
Weird. The only footage on on this computer seems to be from 3 years ago. So someone's been making sure no one's seeing what's going on. Who knows? We need to be a little bit more alert because no telling what's going on. Someone didn't want us to see something.
But
This
is your
recent, maybe they would have.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
If it was this recent, maybe they left some kind of trace, or I don't know. That murder was too messy, too abrupt. I don't think they could have 100% covered their tracks.
Like they were in a hurry.
Absolutely.
As you guys are
I
speaking,
think the
no, can you roll me a flat d20? Apologize.
Absolumo. I think the deleting of footage wasn't intentional, but they were doing something else. Murdered this man, and then needed to delete that footage. So not only was this recent, but whoever did this is behind schedule.
That 16, a fallen beam kind of falls right down where you are, but you, with your lightning powers and your quickness, you just kind of blink out of the way, with your super speed. As it falls right down onto the body. As it falls, you'd be able to see the body is like, weirdly enough, crumbles into dust. But this body was fresh. As the body kind of crumbles, you see almost like these crystalline, almost very distorted rainbow colored spores flicker away.
Noah would immediately react. Everybody step back. We don't know what that is.
Everybody kind of takes a step back.
What the hell is that?
We like scan it.
I'd
Like
say
scan the particles.
I'd say go ahead. This will be a very high DC though. Go ahead.
Okay. Flat 20.
D20 we'll say +2.
Can Yanni try to open the encrypted one?
Yes, for sure. Go ahead and roll me a D20 with advantage. +4.
+4. Nice. All right.
I'd say firstly with that 10, no. You'd be or sorry, yeah, the 10. You would see, yeah, the as your helmet scans it, it comes back as unknown origin.
And even our tech doesn't know what this is.
Great.
But that body was fresh.
Interesting. With that 12, Yanni, as you start to look at this encrypted file, 1 second.
Oh, I
Actually,
forgot that's fucking wrong. I was zoned out. I'm so sorry.
you're good. Do you not know what's going on?
I wanted to roll, but I zoned out before I could ask.
Okay. 1 second. As you look at that, with that 12, I just need you to choose me. I just need you to tell me, Tokyo. You see the numbers 9 and 2 on a folder. Which folder do you click?
Damn, why would you put these two numbers in here? I'm gonna go with 9 because it's my favorite number, and it's
Hey, that's my favorite number too.
it's literally my birthday. Literally, my birthday has it's like all nines.
Hell yes, my basketball number.
Oh, nice.
All right. You can see this place here pull up in one of the photos as you click on the folder.
The foot?
You recognize this to be the front of your house.
I know, so the fuck.
Back on
For
Earth.
ops.
She's gonna look over and she's gonna call Aubrey over.
He says 1
And-
second as he's kind of he doesn't realize hear the urgenciness in your voice. He
No.
just says 1 second.
Aubrey, come here, please.
There's another messed up wire as he kind of walks over. Then he kind of
No.
stops as he sees the screen. That's
my house. You see my house as well, right? Why is my house in the database of an alien species?
I don't know. He says, "What is that?" I say, as you guys look closer, no roll necessary. You could see in one of the upstairs windows from this angle, crystalline rainbow light glowing from the window. This doesn't look like to be a live footage either. This just looks like to be a still image. You can
Someone take this?
I don't know. And then you can see as you see that, you can see this person here looking back at you in the window. Before the whole computer restarts. But the split second before the computer restarts, as you can see it start to kind of glitch out, as you can see the whole computer kind of glitching and stuff like that. You see this image here on the computer. Before flash drives have been deleted, everything on this computer has been wiped.
What the fuck is going on?
Or just Yanni?
I'd say Yanni. So Yanni and Aubrey are in a room. You and Sule in a room, and Noel's in the hallway. So I'd say really the only people that saw that currently is Yanni and Aubrey.
Got your dad.
I don't like this. Why would they have a picture of my house? And what was that picture of? And why was Solaris looking at us?
He says, "Hold on 1 second." Aubrey the Raven. Raven, come in. Raven, come in. I'm not getting any signal from the ship. You can see on the tracker on Aubrey's wrist, you can still see the ship, the Omni Mega ship, outside of the station. But none of the communications to the ship are working.
Fuck. We need to regroup.
Yeah. I got some footage to show you guys too, but let's head out into the hall with Noel. As we cut from there, we go over to the other room with Sule and Weston. As each of you guys enter the room here, again, these look like glowing red spider webs all on the ceiling. As you and Sule walk into the room, Weston, can both of you guys roll me a d20 plus 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Right. Because your father.
12.
12.
Mhm.
I say, yeah, you must be able to see everything. So, like, as you guys are looking around this room, you can see that what you guys have stepped into looks similar to, like, a lab. Let me see if I can actually find a picture for it as well. 1 second. It looks like... Looks like... Huh. What's the right vibe for this? Hold on. Looks like this right here, I'd say. Once you guys walk into the room. You can see small lab equipment set up around the room and things like that. As you guys walk in, though, you can see, like, on the back side of the room, towards the back wall of this room, you would hear, like, groaning. Like, almost like a... just like almost like mumbling, almost, coming from the back of the room. Would you guys like to kind of move closer to investigate?
I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll take my weapon out.
Okay. You would see, as you take your weapon out, take your bow. Um, um,
Ah!
you would see, as you kind of move closer, these two things at the back of the room.
If you choose this one.
Not these bitches again. They're
But as you look at them closer, they don't seem to realize. Actually, go ahead and roll me. Let's roll some stealth rolls. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you advantage if you'd like to use your powers, Weston. But I'm also gonna give Ember. I'm gonna give you a +5 because you guys are in shadow mode.
I'm using my powers for sure.
Go ahead.
That's a 12 and a 17. I don't know what the bonus was, but
+5.
the 17 was also 22 wins.
Gotcha.
I got a 12.
With the +5.
Yeah.
Ah.
I got a 7 on the dice.
Let me roll. Let me be fair. Let me roll.
You're not beating me, Dad. I'm sorry.
Well, I got a 4. So.
Yay!
Ass.
Hey, you want an inspiration? You can re-roll that 4 if you like.
hey, go ahead.
Okay.
Hold on 1 sec. My mom texted me.
Oh. See.
Okay. You'd be able to see, as you guys are kind of standing here. They don't, as you shine the light on them, they don't seem to like register it. You can hear clicks coming from each of them, like a almost. If you've watched The Last of Us, seen The Last of Us, you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Need to know what mic you got because I didn't hear
Yeah,
just
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that time it's cutting out.
Oh.
yeah, it's cutting out, but that's a damn good mic.
You'd be able to see as you guys are like, but they don't seem to react to the light at all. I'd say as you guys shine it on them, you'd also be able to see faint features of Draxian in them as well. You could see that the like bluish feature in this picture right here is like purple.
We saw these creatures, right, during that
did.
fight.
You did.
And they like touched, didn't they like touch other people and turn them into
They did.
them? Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. Inspiration for remembering.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As you guys are here, what would you guys like to do?
Do they seem hostile at all?
They don't seem to. I'll say this: they don't seem to notice you.
Okay.
So I'd say they are hostile, but they don't seem to notice you currently.
Okay.
Could that change? Yes, but as you're shining the light on them from across the room, they don't seem to be aware that you're here.
Is there like, you said they're in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like any sort of like door between us and them, or is it just open space?
It's just open space.
Okay.
You can see like small, like if you look at the picture, you can see like small little stands where like some test tubes and stuff might be, like little counters and things like that. But as far as like a door between you both, I'd say no. It's just all one open big room.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I think we should try not to be noticed by them, if possible.
Okay.
Do you guys want to kind of like look around at all the test tubes and stuff around? Okay. As you guys kind of like walk up, we'll say D20 plus 3 to just kind of see all what you find for both of you guys.
Okay.
Is it plus 3?
Yep.
D20 plus 3 gives me a 14.
21.
With that 14 and 21. Amazing job. You can find that, of course, this was the lab that you're in now was an experimentation lab. As you guys are looking, the weird thing that you see is experimentations of the aurora as you start to look around. You can see a lot of like energy readings on the aurora, a lot of like you kind of like look through folders and files. You can see like a couple of years back. But everything, I'll say everything's dated like 3 years ago. You can see like experimentations of labs and things like, not labs, of the aurora. They've been tracking like energy readings, energy spikes, But you can also see like power levels, and there's like different papers on theories of like aurora, like the aurora basically powering cities, powering planets, powering weapons, things of that nature, as you're like looking through folders and things like that. As you guys kind of start to look as well, you can see like a log or a journal that basically one of the scientists, we're just gonna call her Kylian, um, a Draxian scientist. I'll actually put that in the. Yeah, that sounds right. As you guys are like looking around, you would see there's a journal, kind of small journal, a folder in a Manila folder. Of course, they have Manila folders across the universe, right? Um, but you can see that there is experimentation of she's been keeping a log. You can see experiment project 44. But you can see an experimentation has been going on. As you can see that they started researching morphing grid energy. You can see the scientist puts like the search for grid energy was unsuccessful today. We have started to bring in some test subjects and have been implanting them with the energy of the aurora. As you look through, though, you can see like on each parts of like the journal and the notebook, little like small drawings of this here on the notebook. On like the top of each log, you'll be able to see this drawing here, like a little scribble drawing of this.
I've seen that before.
Say it one more time.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Weston will be like, I've seen that before.
Sorry, I don't. Ember doesn't remember what this symbol is.
You guys have not figured it out yet.
Okay. Have I seen it before?
No.
No. Okay. You have?
Yeah, me and Noel saw it like a couple minutes ago.
Oh.
When we scanned it, it was part of the Aurora stuff, but my scans showed it to be more ancient than this past Aurora.
Could it be from a previous one?
I have my doubts. Honestly, to me, it feels almost like a sign of hope. Almost as if someone left that and not just Aurora itself.
Interesting. Looking through the notes about the Aurora, is there any mention of any kind of symbol?
No, none at all. The only thing that you would be able to see is this symbol kind of like drawn on the top of each page, like hand drawn, almost like scribbled.
Okay.
But like but that's the weird thing is that there's no talk about any symbol like this in her notes.
Interesting.
But I'd say as you kind of see it, there is a page that you kind of pull up, and this is all that's on the page in a very scribbled and like frantic writing. I don't know if you've seen Transformers: Dark of the Moon when Sam kind of like gets taken over by the transformer or whatever, and he's like drawing on the walls all crazy like different symbols and stuff like that. It's very similar to how it looks in this notebook right now. Or if you go back and watch Noel's session that he DMs when we went to the Loser Ranger universe, and there was that notebook or that log where the guy was going crazy and he started kind of scribbling the same thing over and over again. It's very similar to that.
The glory of mankind.
I have a glory of mankind.
I was thinking Shadows Olympus, Nick's journal.
That too, yeah. That too, yep. Very similar themes. You know what I like to do. But yeah, I'd say that's what you see in one of the pages of the notebook. I need you guys to roll me one more stealth roll, as you can hear the beam collapsing outside as it crumbles the body. We have now caught up to like the present time as the beam has.
Okay.
So you can see the each of the monsters look towards that direction. I need each of you guys to roll me. You're gonna roll me a +5 Ember, and you're gonna roll me a advantage Weston.
Yay!
If you're using your powers, are you using your powers?
Sure am.
Okay.
Ooh, yep. Definitely that advantage for sure.
Nice.
I got
I like it. 19.
Nice. What'd you get, Sule?
21.
Nice. Both of you are good. As each of the monsters look towards that direction, as you can hear like clicking, kind of like coming all around the lab, kind of like searching for you guys. But as you guys say, do you take the journal with you, Sule?
Yeah.
You kind of pocket
The
that
journal
journal.
and all, like, any notes.
Yeah, for sure. And you kind of, I'd say each of you disappear back out into the hallway. As you guys do, I'd say each of you guys meet up in the middle of the hallway. As Aubrey kind of walks up and he says, "This is weird. Did anybody else find anything interesting besides the crumbled body in front of us? No?
We found a bunch of notes and a journal. And she'll take out the page in particular with the scribbles. And this symbol a bunch.
No, I've never seen that before. Huh. Okay. Did the research say anything interesting? Or the notes?
It talked about the Aurora. Was there anything specific about the Aurora?
So they were taking like energy readings from the Aurora, kind of like inputting energy readings, energy spikes in the Aurora, things like that, like all kind of scientific energy signatures on the Aurora. But they also mentioned testing people with the energy of the Aurora and searching for energy of the morphing grid.
Okay. They were running tests on the Aurora, things like energy readings, and they were testing people with the energy of the Aurora, and also searching for morphing grid energy.
That's not good. No, did you find anything about our friends? Here. As he's like points to the corpse, as he's like pointing to all the dust on the ground. Here. Did you find anything about our friends? All over in that pile right there?
Nothing, unfortunately. The matter is unknown.
Hmm. Interesting. And then Aubrey kind of like looks towards Yanni. He doesn't say like he's like kind of like I'm not gonna say anything if you don't want to say anything sort of deal. As he kind of like looks. To, obviously, she can't see that in his helmet, but that's the vibe that she picks up.
While it's on my mind, however, there was something I wanted to share. Um, Noel would like try to like, give a pull up like a visual replication of that symbol. Have you guys seen this thing? And like I guess what he would show was like is like not the symbol, but the light he and Weston saw in
Hmm.
the in that hangar.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think Yanni picking up on Aubrey's
Mm-hmm.
signal and stuff, she was like, well, I hacked the computer and found out that for some reason they have a picture of the front of my house.
What?
Your
Your
house?
house?
Yeah, and that's not the weirdest part. There was this weird like flash or something like these. It was like little rainbow particles or whatever in the picture, and then we zoomed in, and in the window, Solaris was staring back at me,
What?
and then everything cut off, and we just saw this weird symbol, like kind of, and she just kind of like finds something and draws the symbol.
Mm. That flash on
This.
the screen. Yeah.
Can Weston look at the
That's
dead body?
I'd say
All
there
he
is
knows
no
is
body at this point. It's all just kind of like dust and
oh,
crumbled onto the ground from the collapsing
okay.
beam. But I know you're going there. Good try though.
I want to see the dead body.
that's the same symbol we saw on the, and she'll pull out the page with the scribbled, like the one multiple times, and show it to them.
Okay, so this has something to do with Solaris, obviously, but what is this symbol? Hasn't you guys recognized this symbol before?
Weston, you said you and Noel saw it, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
Well, what's strange is we didn't see the symbol. It was it was
No,
it was real.
Real.
Like you saw this.
Yeah,
That
just
is like
look at this, and like Noah would like show them the image that he and Weston saw, like not the image, but an image of what they saw. Like just to make sure I'm not tripping, like what they saw in the beginning was not an image, but a light that resembled that symbol, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so we didn't see an image. We saw a perpetual light that was not powered by anything. It was just
Oh.
light right there, and that's what it looked like.
Do you think you can like what else do you remember from it? Because that might be a clue to where possibly what Solaris is.
It was perpetual. That's all we got from it. There was nothing connected to it. I passed electricity around it. It didn't disturb it.
all I know is it's more ancient than what it looks.
Okay. Well, we don't know if that means Solaris is here or this is some kind of weird test that we found ourselves into. So,
Well, let's stay focused. I mean, while this is all interesting, and we will get to the bottom of why your house was on there, our first priority here is astronomer.
right.
Let's. And also, I don't know if you guys have tried, but I can't contact the Omni Megaship at all. I can see it on the radar here, but I'm not getting any communication with Raven on the ship.
I mean, we can try it now. See if any of us have secure line.
No roll necessary. I say each of you tap your thing, and all you hear is static.
Okay, so we're dead to comms. Great.
At least we still have
I'm telling
comms
her
with
what.
us.
Yeah, that's good. But I'm worried about Ray.
Let's find Solaris first, and then see what happens. Let me get Christian as well to replay this ambience too.
Okay. Well, wait. He
Yeah.
keeps bringing up Christian person. I don't know what the fuck he's talking.
Who's Christian?
I don't know. He's been saying it for a few days now.
He's a voice inside my head that's gonna alter you go.
I told him it sounds so light skinned. It's so ridiculous.
I love that. Alright, hold on. And you guys continue forward. As you do. Also, this will be a shorter session, so don't worry. This is all a big setup for next session. Next session is where we got the juicy shit. But
Nay.
as you guys stand there, well, next session's gonna be fire. I'm telling you. Sorry. As you guys are standing there, you guys continue forward down, of course, into the hospital wing. You'd be able to see that a lot of this place is like abandoned. You can see holes and things like that. In the like, you guys are like basically like in and out of like actual space right now. I'd say you guys have to use like your jets or like any sort of like boosters you have to kind of like propel yourself through this space. As you can see like gauze and medical things kind of floating in the zero gravity all around you. Each of you guys go ahead and roll me a flat d20.
What? I got a 16.
Also got a 16.
Nice.
These dice hurt.
What do you mean?
11.
It's the new dice I got. That mother fell on my toe and that mother hurt.
Are they metal?
Hmm?
Are they metal?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would do it.
I got a 16 too.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
gosh. Everybody passes. Except for Yanni. Yanni, as you are kind of like propelling yourself through here, you would see like ice kind of forming around you. Outside in space itself, as you can see like holes in the wall to the right of you, you'd be able to see space in some of the cracks. As you see this right here. If I can find it. As you can see this right here, flying outside. As you see the silver falcon flying in space.
What? Yanni's gonna try to go to like follow the trajectory of where it's flying and try to see if she can get a good look at it from the window or from a window.
To the rest of you, you all would see Yanni trying to break up the wall in front of her and fly out into space. As you can start to see her start to unclasp the helmet around her neck.
Yanni, what are
Yanni?
you doing?
No response. As you can see her quickly trying to get her helmet off. Yanni, Oh, go ahead.
Can I just tackle Yanni?
Yes, but remember, you guys are in zero gravity, so you guys are like floating right now. So you'll basically have to like use your jets to kind of like ram her, or maybe probably injure her as well. But just might do the trick. It will be a D100 roll. You want to roll low.
Okay.
Wanna roll low. Low. Are we all rolling or just low?
I'd say just Sule for now.
Bet. Low, 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 low. Shut up.
Yeah.
You got this.
I want to roll low. Okay, dice.
She
You
hit
can
the
do it.
floor. Yes, there you go. Shut up.
You can roll. You can roll low. I believe in you. Hell yeah! That's a 29.
Nice.
I knew you could do it.
So proud of those dice.
Yanni, you see Sule enter your vision from the left. As she kind of flies up as you see a flash of pink. What do you say, Sule?
Sule?
She'd say, I think she would say, Yanni, stop. You can't take off your helmet.
Ooh, what? What are you talking about?
You're just trying to take off your helmet and trying to go into space.
Yanni would kind of look over. She's like, "You don't see my Zord out there?
Your Zord's not there, Yanni.
I just
Out
saw
there
it."
is space. It's empty space.
And as you kind of turned back around to look at your Zord, you don't see it. As you kind of realize it's like everything starts to kind of catch up with you, Yanni. Your throat is on fire. As you can see, the HUD inside your helmet is reading oxygen level 25%. As you can see, some of it got inside of your helmet. As you can feel your throat kind of start to close up. As you feel that, you can feel the like iciness of space burn your throat cords. As then it sets in. As your helmet locks, everything around you locks. As you can feel oxygen breathing back into your nostrils.
That was not fun.
Are you okay?
A lot better now. A lot better now. Trust me.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Where's... You said you saw your Zord?
Yeah, I could have swore I saw it flying outside the window. I was trying to find a way to see what was going on.
It
Yes.
was never there. You were trying to break the wall and and take off your helmet.
Okay. So now I'm hallucinating. That's fine.
As you guys can hear Aubrey, or I say Sule, you kind of see Aubrey kind of propel up to you. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. Thank you.
Of course.
Yanni, front of the line. Front of the line. We gotta keep an eye on you now.
I'm not. I didn't get lost, Aubrey.
Front of the line.
Fine.
As you can see, Yanni flying up to the front. I need everybody to roll me a d20 plus 3. This is going to be like an investigation sort of roll.
Okay, Dice, you can stop rolling low now. You really just need it for that
We're
D100.
past it
like,
now.
We're
We're
good,
literally
but
past
It's like, how does it look? I mean,
I got it.
None of us can
Low.
see shit.
That's all.
What's it gonna be?
what was
West
the
is the only one.
what
Plus
was
3.
the plus?
Plus
D20
2.
plus
Okay.
3.
Thank you.
Let me see if Aubrey can help you guys out here. Nat 20, baby!
Amen.
You already know, so it don't count for you, bro.
That's
And
right.
the yellow
Take our win.
shirts.
Can we take our win?
As he's looking though, you can see Aubrey says, "Huh, that's weird." As he kind of like stops, you can see him look back to the group and say, "This is the only part of the ship that's like compromised." And if I'm looking here, you can see like singe marks on one of the walls. It looks like this place is blown up from the outside.
Like someone strapped a bomb and blew it and way in here.
Or letting something out.
The question is, what's the something?
Now, if you remember, you guys did catch monsters in the city when you guys originally, before you fought Solaris. You did see these monsters in the city down below.
Hmm. True.
Let's keep moving. Now, is there any other things you guys would like to say to each other before you guys reach Dock 9?
Now that you making it sound like last words, like what the fuck?
Well, I mean,
We Weston and I also saw those weird monsters that we saw in the city. Maybe they were kept here and that's what got let out.
I could see that, yeah. But why would somebody let these things out? Especially if they're trying to keep this whole thing a secret.
Maybe to distract from something else. If everybody in the city is too focused on these monsters, they're not paying attention to what the person, whoever let them out, is what they're actually after, what they actually
Or
came to do.
and maybe they wanted to turn, because it seems like if they touch someone, they can turn them into a monster too. So maybe they wanted to turn everyone into these monsters. The ones we saw looked like they used to be Draxians. They had like purple skin.
But who would want to do that? Someone who can possibly control them, more than likely. But or maybe
oh, it just hit me. That man, the dead body, he was Draxian. And he had a strange mist in his eyes. This happened before he disappeared, but
Do you think he
something
was?
was done to him, something foul. I don't know what else.
Do you think he was mid transformation? Maybe.
Uh, maybe not everyone passes.
Inspiration to both Ember and Kofi.
Thank you.
let's go.
And I'll say this, since you guys have already kind of put it halfway together. No roles necessary. As you guys are looking. You can see is like floating in your left is like a security, like a TV. Looks like it's still plugged in. You can see maybe somebody was trying to research or hack into a security feed here. As a security camera pulls up, you would see a shining figure outside of the ship, outside the spaceport, exactly 2 hours ago. Now, if you remember, 2 hours ago is when the Harbinger was reborn. You can see a shining silver figure outside of the ship as a blast hole was hit the hospital wing. As you can see, all of these creatures flung out into the recesses of space and falling down towards the city. So I'd say be able to put together the shining figure was probably Solaris. But something still doesn't add up. Why is everything from the spaceport 3 years ago, but the body no found still fresh?
Maybe he's trapping them in a state of like just a stasis in time, and until they get interacted with, that maybe that's when it catches up. It's like that one movie we watched. I can't. They were basically stuck like this, and then once they touched it, their body completely aged and decomposed. So maybe you know
Inspiration.
he said
Inspiration.
he said Ravenclaw. Me, I'm just saying.
But as you guys kind of start to put together, you guys are at the door to Dock 9. As I'd say you guys open it. 1 second. Change up this ambience. As you guys make your way back outside, you guys find yourselves here on Dock 9. It's a little hard to see, so you might have to kind of click on it and look at it a bit. But you can see kind of like this fog all around you. Lights off in the distance, kind of illuminating parts of the dock, but not all of them. As you guys start to kind of like move forward and closer, you would all see holographic screens flicker around you. No, you can see images of Vanity East and you walking into school on the first day, meeting Raven. Yanni, you see images of that night on the beach with Aubrey. You can still hear the waves in the back of your mind crashing. Zule, you see actually pictures of a star high in the sky of your home planet. And you can feel the wind hitting your back. Weston, you see images of a different life, a life you pushed away. You can feel the cold steel of a pistol in your hand. As K flashes in the images around you. You each will see a screen of Aubrey in a dark room, alone, sitting by a fire. As each of you start to move closer, you can see at the edge of one of the platforms, almost like standing on the edge of a cliff, is the city below. Is this person here? Who you know to be Astronomer. Or maybe they go by a different name nowadays, but what do you guys want to do? She has her back towards you.
Remember, we're just here to subdue, not here to kill her. She still needs to answer for what she did, right?
Yeah,
Will be better, right?
yeah. And as the team starts to move closer, everybody to roll me a D100.
D100.
Oh, now we're bullseye.
Oh,
Oh yeah, baby. A double. I mean,
not a
I quit.
double.
I quit.
A triple double.
I quit.
No assists.
At least we all bullseye.
We all just Assassin's Creed. We all pull the Gotham Knights.
What
You
if Aubrey
guys-
just rolls a nat one? Nah, you roll Aubrey.
I was gonna go along with
Try
y'all.
to get out of here. You roll.
I was gonna go with
Oh
y'all.
wow! Now what if you fuck it up? Now thanks.
Well, I got an 80, so
Yeah.
I did. I promise.
Why do you want him to fail on our side so much?
I know.
I'm just making sure you played too.
No, that's fair.
Fair. As you guys step forward, blue lights from above blind each of you. And as you guys kind of block it out or take a step back or whatever you do to kind of compose yourself, you each feel something missing. As you look down at each of your wrists, each of your morphers are gone.
I knew it.
You don't feel your powers at all. No, most noble thing for you as well. You no longer hear the voice of Tiberius. But as each of you stand there, Astronomer doesn't move a muscle. Her back still towards you. You can see she's wearing some sort of cloak as her staff is sitting at her side. As she looks out onto the city. Almost like looking over a cliff. Aubrey will not be the first one to act here, but what do you guys do? Say what?
I think Yanni would kind of call out to her, like, if no one moves, that is, like, she would kind of try to see how, like, get close as they can to at least where if she goes up to talk to him, they're in a better position if she does try to attack. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
kind of like, hey, let's just be smart about this.
Gotcha.
Like Yanni will go up there, but just have her back, dog.
Yeah. As you get closer, at the center of the in front of her, you can hear a beeping sound coming from her pocket or her hand or wherever. But as you get closer, you can see she's talking to herself. Her hair kind of floats slightly as her staff pulses in her right hand. You can see like almost like a mumbling. You can't make out anything like audible at this range of where you are, but you can hear like obviously she's talking, but you don't see anybody around her. But it almost looks like frantic mumbling. A bit.
You guys, she's saying something to herself. Like Yanni's like turning around to say this before she's like go any further. She's like, yeah, but I don't see anybody. But it's like she's saying some kind of phrase or something really like hastily. Like she's really trying to. Like she's trying to call something. She has a staff. Does she normally use a staff?
Aubrey says, yeah.
Well, it's glowing eerily, so that can't be good. I'm gonna try to get closer.
I'll go with.
Okay.
Same.
I'd say Aubrey's standing back, like outside of, so he will not be in this conversation.
Ooh.
Will everybody kind of like this? Not to say like I'm not saying that as like I'm like taking myself out of Harp's way, but like more so of like he's like watching you guys as six, watching anything else comes out, he's like scanning the area.
Yeah.
So far we got Sule going, Weston going, and Yanni going. Is Noel like to proceed as well?
Noel would kind of be he would start to walk clockwise. So if everyone is like walking straight to her, Noel is kind of walking aside.
Gotcha. He's like going to. Gotcha.
He's predating.
Gotcha. So she runs. He's there.
Mm-hmm.
As each of you kind of feel powerless, I'd say as well, walking towards her. This blue light coming from an unknown place above you, still shining bright onto you all. As you kind of get closer, you would see like part of her hand is like the part that's like protruding out of the cloak around her. Let me turn this down. Hold on. This ambience is OD right now. Let's see.
So the card is 6.
So what's card is 6?
I'd like to talk to you guys about the cards. All right.
Chicago is the Carter 6 of U.S. cities. This place sucks.
Oh my
Hey, Chris.
god.
Hey, Sokka.
Who said that?
Sokka said that. That's
Okay.
Sokka said.
Oh my
What's up,
god,
Sokka?
Sokka. Why is that so true?
As
Oh my god.
you
that's
guys are
crazy.
continuing forward, you would see her muttering to herself as one of her hands is protruding out from her cloak from behind. Of course, as you guys are looking at her from her back, you could see scarring on her right hand as this place has one hand on her staff. But as you look closer, you can see almost like scales kind of running their way down her arm. It's like these, almost like these rock fragments kind of sticking out of her arm a bit. as she's kind of like speaking to herself. You can hear as she's speaking. Harbinger, Harbinger, reborn. Power. Too many. No. Harbinger, reborn. Harbinger, reborn. Other space. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. No. I don't know. And she's kind of just muttering this kind of in a repeating phrase. What would you guys like to do?
I'm getting closer. Other two?
Yanni will back you up. Yeah.
What would you? I didn't hear what you said. Say.
Yeah.
Oh, said that they're gonna go closer.
Okay, you're gonna go
Oh,
closer.
yeah.
What did you say? Her
Agree.
do they know her real name?
No, I'd say no.
Okay, I just didn't remember. Just as Tokyo, I didn't remember if they knew her real name.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You guys would like to proceed without saying anything?
I thought that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
I thought we was going towards her.
You said what?
I thought we was going towards her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys would like to proceed, like going close without saying anything?
Are we gonna announce ourselves, or are we just gonna be pulling up on her?
No. Just casually, just smoothly. Oh, this is Devin, by the way. Just basically gonna casually, smoothly, just walk towards closer.
Okay, so you're not announcing yourselves?
Nah.
Okay. You can see as you take one step, she bangs the staff onto the ground as each of you go floating in the air. Helpless. I'd say even Noel.
Ew.
I'd say even Aubrey as well.
Ew.
As she kind of turns around, you can see half of her face. It's the face of a middle-aged white woman, blonde hair. The other half, though, is
Her name's Karen.
the other half, though, is filled with scales of dark red, almost blood red. Eye has been turned to like this black and red iris. As you can recognize the other half of her face, I'd say you guys have only heard of this figure. Never seen, never, heard. But I'd say the other half of her face looks similar to this guy here.
Oh, that's not. The name's blanking. I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I knew that's what you were gonna go. Oh, that son of a bitch.
That's Crabman.
No, that's Dark Spectre.
Yeah.
One of the most powerful villains in all of Power Rangers.
It was like a crab to me though.
They nerfed him. Towards
They
the end.
nerfed him a lot.
They nerfed him towards the end.
Every time I saw him, I would start doing the Mr. Crab dance.
Interesting.
Wow.
But
Body shit.
as she speaks, what are you all doing here? Was this attempt to
We-
execute me?
No, we wanted to talk to you.
Well, awkwardly enough, Noel would have had a gun drawn on her, so he's like just over there floating, but still with the.
Mhm.
That doesn't look good for us.
To be fair, he's only reacting because we're floating in the air now, so
He's an idiot.
it wasn't he wasn't trying to shoot you. We really wanted to talk to you.
This
So-
is just insurance deductible paid by our friend Shane.
He's an idiot. We're sorry.
No, I
I'm
did.
holding the gun. I'm holding the gun he gave me. I thought y'all would give me.
I did destroy his entire world and kill all of his friends. So, I understand. What is it you want, Omni Rangers?
We want to know the person that's not astronomer. We saw you earlier when I brought you by, and you looked like you had seen death. And from all the stories that I've heard about you, you didn't seem like the person that they painted you to be. And I don't believe in not giving someone else a chance to speak their piece. If you are, it's fine, but
I don't go
you
by
look
the
like
name Astronomer anymore.
okay. What do you go by?
Corone.
That's a lot easier to say and a lot cuter. I'm just saying.
Around.
I'll put that in the chat.
Thank you.
Well, nice to meet you, Karan.
I'm
I'm Yanni.
assuming you all are here because of the Harbinger.
Yes, but also she kind of like tries to like look over to the other to Aubrey and the other one. She's like, and closure.
As you look, your face snaps back to attention towards her. You can almost feel your neck wrench.
God. Closure. That's what I mean.
Hmm.
We don't want to hurt you. Why?
You heard me.
We don't want to fight you, Corone. That's what we said. We could have came in here with intentions to doing any harm. We don't even have anything to stop you right now. Look, we're literally floating in the air.
I'd like to hear that from all of you.
Fine.
She looks towards Weston, waiting for an answer. But she thinks Weston's vocal cords might be muted, so she looks towards Sule.
Um, I don't want to fight you. Honestly, I barely even know you. And, I'm an optimistic person. I think you can be better.
Is that what you truly think, Sule? And then
I believe in second chances.
her head motions towards no, waiting for an answer.
I've had a grave disdain for you. And I don't know what happened, but for some reason I couldn't celebrate the news of you dying the way I really wanted to. And come find out, here you are before us again, alive. But different. And I'm disgustingly curious about that. So even though I do have a gun drawn on you, it was just because I was concerned about my friends and nothing else.
He looks towards Aubrey. She looks towards Aubrey. And you. Aubrey kind of floats. I won't hurt you. As long as you agree to come with us. And you can see her kind of wave her staff as each of you drop to the ground, free to move. Still powerless, but free to move as your back slam against the hanger in front of you, or underneath you.
Oh God. Couldn't you just strap us on some chairs?
Ow.
I will tell you all what you need to know. Only with the promise that I will not be taken anywhere against my will when imprisoned. That you let me go. What do you say? Omni Rangers.
You're not. Well, she didn't have to say our name like that. That's like, bro, calm down.
Give us a second to discuss this, please.
I don't have long. As you guys turn around, I'm saying you guys probably group up in the middle of the Dock 9.
Yeah.
What do we think?
So what do you think? Stop reading my mind. I told you that.
Sorry. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Hell no, we're not letting her go.
But we need that information. Too, right? She could have killed us instantly.
Do you know how many worlds she destroyed, though? I mean, she has to answer for that at some point.
But that doesn't mean it has to be right now. She obviously isn't trying to kill anyone. She could have murdered us as soon as we came in, knowing we don't have our morphers.
I don't
But
think
it's
she
not up to me.
wanted. Oh, you go.
No, you're fine. You're good. Go ahead. Go ahead, Celia. You're fine.
Thank you. I forgot. Oh, it doesn't seem like she wants to fight us either. I mean, she asked each of us to say we wouldn't. That we didn't want to.
If we let her go here, what's to say we won't let her go and she'll just go keep doing the same thing she's been doing?
What's to say we apprehend her, she doesn't do the same? She could just as easily kill us, take our ship, and do the exact same thing somewhere else.
I have a feeling she's not as powerful as she's letting on. And then the whole side of her face is like a freaking desert. And then she says, "I heard that."
Yeah, that's rude. That was rude, Aubrey. She's literally right there.
No,
What did he say? The whole side of her face is what?
Like a freaking desert or something.
Like a desert.
Like a desert?
Yeah, like all rocky and weird looking.
Aubrey, that's enough. That's enough.
Okay.
No, Weston, what do you guys think?
I agree that she has to answer for everything she's done. But there's still the question of why she's even here, or circumstances that led up to this, or why there was even a lie about why she was dead. There are just too many questions that wouldn't get answered if we just took her away. And right now, there seems to be something that even she's afraid of.
Weston.
Honestly, I'd rather kill her now. But if y'all don't want to kill her, that's fine too.
Noah would like give Weston like a very subtle, like below the waist fist bump.
I think Aubrey would too.
Yeah.
I doubt we can even.
These are men and their
kill
killer
her.
instincts. Fucking
I,
dirt balls.
I doubt we can even. Can't like fight her without our. I doubt we can even fight her without our powers.
Yeah.
Let alone, you know.
Yeah.
Kill her.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. As they turn around, Aubrey says, "We'll let you go. Under one condition. You tell us why you're going, and who Solaris is." She speaks. Smart answer. Ember's getting ready to type notes. Oh, I thought you were getting ready to type some notes.
No, I thought when you lifted up your bow, I thought you were like about to lift up your shirt, and I was like, "What are you doing?" But I was like, "It's just a bow."
She says, "I'm running as far away from this place as I can. I spread the rumors about me being dead. Solaris is an ancient being, one before me. I've only heard about... his wrath from Dark Spectre himself. He's a world eater. He could snap a planet away with the snap of a finger. Whatever he decides to touch burns. Sometimes it even just disappears away. He made me like this," and she kind of motions to her face. Whatever he's up to, I'm pretty sure the first thing he's going to do is try to revive the Aurora Born. They're his elite sentries. I've heard of only rumors of them. Whatever he's doing next, he probably wants an audience for. He wants to show the universe that he is one, and that you all stand no match. I don't have any connection with the Psycho Rangers whatsoever. They are either working with Solaris or rogue cannons at this point. Maybe even some of them are hiding. I'm not gonna sit here and apologize for the things I've done because I'm not sorry.
Oh. There goes my question.
But I won't try to stop you from killing Solaris. He needs to die. As to how that's done, The aurora that he was born from inside of his chest is his weakness. But it's guarded by... I don't even know. You all are not strong enough yet, but you will be soon. Something will present itself to you all. When the time comes, just be ready to accept it. I have my own proposition. I siphon some of your morphing grid energy for myself. Just in case if I ever need to be protected, I can do so. But, as you all know, I'm sure, pure morphine grid energy must be taken willingly. Boy, it doesn't work.
Wait, can you say that again?
She's basically saying that she wants to siphon some of your morphine grid energy from you all. But for pure morphine grid energy to work, it must be given willingly.
Okay, so she can't, like, take it from us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
That is my condition before I tell you the last part about Solaris. What do you say, Rangers?
So, let me get this straight. You just said you're not sorry for everything that you've done, and you want us to willingly give you our morphing.
Well, you're gonna
energy.
need this last part if you want to stand a chance against Solaris.
You said something would present itself to us that would help us defeat him.
Yeah, indeed
Think
I
you're
did.
strong enough.
Indeed I did. An opportunity. But I will only tell you if you agree to lend me some of your energy.
Fortunately speaking, how much do you need?
Not enough to harm or anything like that, or take away any of your precious powers. It will be like, if I take a little bit from each of you, it will be like it never happened.
What do you plan to do with this energy?
That's for me
Destroy other words.
to know. You'll just
It's
have
our
to.
energy.
You'll just have to take my word on it. And trust. What do y'all want to do?
Is it possible for her to get all the energy she needs from one of us?
Yes. But
Don't do it.
there is a chance that it runs that you will not be able to morph for some time. Not even have access to your powers or your sword for some time, if that is the case.
Would that time be about a week's worth of time? Cough, cough, wink, wink.
No.
Damn. Okay, okay.
I see what you're trying to do there, but no.
Yanni would walk up and she would say, "Take mine."
If you don't get your cold snow ass back here,
She's ignoring the shit out of him.
I'm gonna throw a brick at Yanni and Tokyo. Both.
Hey, this it ain't gonna hit me because you're shooting bricks.
Are you sure of this, Yanni Chase?
Yeah.
She kind of like looks to the rest of you. What's going through everybody else's mind just before we do this?
Yanni's pissing Weston off. And me, 'cause I'm not gonna be here next week. So what's the point of you giving up if I'm not gonna be here?
Ain't got nothing to do with Yanni.
Yeah, ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's hilarious.
Yanni don't got nothing about what Zaylen got going.
Noel is kind of regretting that he didn't step forward first. But this is like, to him, this is like the last straw. Like Noel's been holding a lot of stuff back. They know where we live. So basically, all the things that have happened, we are back into like Noel anxiety mode. So this is Astronomer's last time to fuck up, and I do mean last time to fuck up when it comes to Noel.
What's going through Sule's mind?
I think Sule feels conflicted. As much as she is an optimist, she's also skeptical and prefers actions over words. And so those two conflict at times, and this is definitely one of those moments where they are conflicting. She wants to believe Astronomer can be better, but she's skeptical based on what she said based on her actions thus far and what she said about how she's not sorry. She feels that skepticism trickling in because of her, and especially as well her refusal to tell us what she's gonna do with our powers. So she doesn't really. I think she believes the Astronomer can be better, but she's unsure. She's skeptical that she will. Like, she believes in the capacity, but not in the actual doing. And she's worried that Astronomer will use their powers to destroy other worlds. Kind of make us have a hand indirectly in destroying worlds.
Interesting. As Yanni, you stand there, you can feel a hand make its way into one of your hands. As you see Aubrey kind of standing next to you, kind of holding your hand. He looks at you in the eye and he says, "Are you sure about this?"
She just kind of smiles at him and she says, "Nope." And she just gives her the hand to her anyway.
Nah, as you give your hand to Astronomer, you can feel like something, like almost, it feels like a part of yourself leaves as you touch Astronomer. Whatever part leaves is unsure, but you can feel a part of your heart leave. As you can feel this like silver light flowing from inside of your veins to Astronomer. As you can see, she clenches it. Thank you, Yanni. A deal is a deal. My word is my word. There's something that you guys have not found yet. Something lost. I'm surprised you all haven't picked up on yet. You need to go back to the origins of your powers to figure out how to advance them, how to progress them. Before you became Rangers, your powers, they were a thing. I did a lot of research into it. On the planet of Lithoria, on the other side of the system, there you will find the origins of your Zords and your powers. That's where you must travel. But not now. Now, there might be a more pressing issue. As you can see, she waves her staff. Yanni, I said everybody, you would hear Raven over the comms. It's like almost like something cutting through the signal. As you can hear Raven on the other side of the comms, kind of panicky and frantic. Guys?
Raven?
Raven.
I've been trying to contact you guys for hours. I just got signal. Earth is under attack.
What?
So far, if I'm reading the reports correctly, Washington, D.C. has been completely nuked. We need to go now. And as Corone / Astronomer looks at the rest of you, you can see a grin go onto her face. Hurry. And remember, Solaris, he's not trying to destroy the grid. He's trying to rewrite it. As she flashes off in a puff of power. As each of you guys are teleported onto the Omni Megaship. And that's where we're going to end today's session. At least, that's where we're going to end today's session from you guys' point of view. 1 second.
Yay!
Yeah. Alright. An unknown realm beyond space and time. A dark cathedral of fractured light, crystalline, metallic, and bone, form a void. And the air shimmers with stardust and silence. The rift pulses, closed behind Solaris with a soft hum, folding reality in on itself like an origami. For a moment, the air is still. Solaris pauses, like he's reminiscing. Then he moves forward. A vast corridor stretches before him, lit only by flickering strands of aurora suspended in the void. The walls are not walls, but frozen light sculpted into jagged monoliths. Every footstep sounds like a supernova collapsing in reverse. At the end of the hall lies a door. It's not mechanical, not magical, but alive. It breathes. As Solaris raises his hand, the light from his chest spirals outward in delicate infinity patterns. The door recognizes its maker and opens. The ceiling vanishes into darkness. Spires of crystal twists upward like bones growing in zero gravity. In the center stands a dais of starlight and blackstone surrounded by 6 hollow cradles.
Better move.
Within each, suspended in sleep deeper than death, lies 6 figures. Half-formed, barely bound, but brimming with power. The Aurora Born. Their bodies twitch with energy as the aurora dances through their veins. Their armor is cracked mirror bone plate. Solaire speaks. I have seen the end, and it is not fire. It is silence, harmony. He walks towards the first cradle, gently brushing his hand across the being's mask. You shall be Stormbreaker. A figure stirs in the cradle, his fingers curling. You, as he walks to another. You the fang beneath the tide. A feminine figure in aquatic slick armor lets out a soft exhale. He walks to another. You will silence their song. A cloaked warrior, mask broken, hums with a weapon resembling a shattered violin bow. And you, as he goes to another, you will burn what they love. As a figure twitches inside another cradle. Solaire steps into the center of the dais. His arms stretch outward as a final shard of the dead aurora in his chest floats. The entire chamber groans. The aurora flares. Each cradle lights up, pulses, even breathes. And one by one, they rise. The 6 Aurora Born now stand in a circle around Solaris. Some kneel, some stare, some simply wait. Go forth, Solaris whispers, his voice vibrating like solar wind. Scatter their hope. Remind them what it means to watch the light die. He looks upwards, where a fractured sky drips with the pale sunlight. The eclipse has begun. And the last thing the camera sees before it cuts to black is this symbol here. The symbol of Solaris. The everlasting star. And that's really where we're going to end today's session. Boom.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Real shits. Hey, go ahead and roll me some D20s, gang.
No.
Hey, please.
Oh, damn it. You said the word. Okay.
Wow. 13 for 13 assassins.
Hey.
Hey.
Roll a D20.
All right.
And that 20 bomb.
Well, Weston, Zaylen.
Well, none. I'm pissed off. Johnny, that was. Why would you give her all your damn energy? No, she ain't gonna finna do good with that.
Because I knew you was gonna try to do it.
What your favorite parts of today's session, gang?
Man, I like how you describe the pictures. I'm out.
That's it. That's the only thing you liked. Real shit.
I mean, you did describe the picture really well.
Thank you. It was, did my thing.
Fair.
Did my thing. Amazing job on today's session. You guys killed it. Really enjoyed all the things that you guys decided to do when investigating this space station. I love that you guys kind of like put it together like your own little crime scene or some shit. Like putting together all the pieces of kind of what happened with the Draxian Empire and then Solaris, and to find out that they're researching Aurora Grid and Morphing Grid energy was really cool. Really love like the part in the very beginning of session of you guys dropping out of the sky, like out of the spaceship. That was metal. Really love that. The conversations where Aubrey was opening the door and Yanni and Sule talk. Aubrey and Sule do the like engineering thing where they were like hacking and like, you know what I'm saying? That was pretty cool. Yanni putting her hand on Aubrey's back. But that was great. Loved you guys kind of doing walking throughout the space station. Love Noel investigating this body. And then Sule and Weston in this room kind of looking at the little monsters and stuff. That's pretty fun. You guys kind of what's the name? Getting to Dock 9, seeing Astronomer Corone and kind of wondering, what's happening. Her kind of being that little devilish, you know what I'm saying? Still kind of got an alternate, always has like an ulterior motive kind of deal. Was really fun, really secretive. I loved it though. But yeah, I had a great time. I want to take away all the favorite parts, but you guys killed it today. I love you guys. Great job, everybody. Yanni taking the full energy, crazy. But loved it. It was sick. Who's next? No, Leon. Where's your favorite parts today, gang?
Glad to be back. I was muted on my stream, sorry. But glad to be back proper. I didn't know what the name of the episode, but I titled my stream "The Rangers Digress" because we're getting back to the main plot, getting off of the side quests. Even though like the side quests are fun, one of my favorite anime quotes: "The best parts about life are not on your main path. It's those side roads that you get distracted with." But it is good to be back to the Omniverse proper and moving along the main story. Just kind of excited to see. I like that you're developing the effect Solaris is having on the world already. Like one of the strangest things to me is that everybody else saw the symbol of Solaris presented as an image on something, but Weston and Noel actually saw it like as a material thing. And there was even a point where it was like I liked that it was hard for me in and out of role play to explain that to the rest of the group, because everybody else was like, no, it's a picture. No, it's not. It's a thing. It's like a sun, but it was right there. So I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, just generally excited for what Solaris as the big bad has to do. Really like the initiative from Yanni this episode. Especially in a position where Aubrey is, in meta, just kind of getting back into the swing of things. And even with Aubrey's character, it just feels like he's like just getting used to like he's just in the role of things. With his tech rewiring, I like getting into that with Aubrey. But yeah, it was fun. I think everybody got to kind of dive into their character a little bit this episode with how they approached the investigation, and uh, give myself a pat on the back for not playing Crash Out and all this episode with Raven missing and there being like indefinite communications down. So I just kind of had my like super happy dog moment at the end, like Raven, just smiling, big goofy grin. Um, yeah, great episode. Glad to be back. 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah, amazing, amazing. Good job today. Who's next? Let's see. Tokyo, Yanni. What your favorite part?
It's
today?
me.
It's you.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. I guess if I gotta pick, I definitely love the intro, us doing the drop. That was super cool. I definitely love the stealth suit drop and anything. I'm a big on stealth, so I love that. I did love that we all decided to kind of stick together as a team. You know, also because we are kind of technically officially back in the main story. It was cool to see them actually be a team because we have been kind of split up a lot recently. So it was really fun to see how everyone played off each other. Even when we were kind of split up, we were still acting as a team and communicating with each other constantly the whole time. So it was really fun to have that. Um, I definitely love the way you handle the sprinkles of Solaris doing all this stuff, like allowing us to put it together ourselves and us actually coming together and put like it really does show how cohesive they are as a team and just us also as playing with each other and role playing with each other. It shows how like we kind of do already think in that way together. So we kind of already, we already went into that crime scene investigation, like ranger mode for sure. This episode, I feel like, so it was really fun. The fact that they had Yanni's house being watched, like, what in the FBI shit is going on? Like, why are you watching my house out here? The fuck?
No, like honestly, that was like strike. That was like strike three, and that was like the moment where I was like, okay, if there's ever a time for Noel to start crashing out, this is the time for him. Because why do they know where we live?
Yeah, that's another reason why she did it too. Why she decided to be the one, because like obviously there's something there, and she wants to know why. And in her mind, like she knows how her powers work too. So if they even if they do like use her powers, she knows that what the telltale giveaways are of that. You know what I mean? So in her mind, that's how she looks at it. But yeah, the fact that Earth's in attack too is fucking sick. Like I was waiting for that shoe to drop like for the longest. I was like, Earth is gonna get fucked up because I don't think they know what's happening.
Well, the main thing, remember, Shane's like his like Archangel Legion, some of their ships were guarding Earth, but like it was only like a small bit of his force there, right?
Yeah.
And so now it's just getting fucked up. So
that's what I was saying. I was like, man, something's gonna happen because there's not a lot of them over there. Like, so that's really dope to see. Also, give me a second. My other favorite part was this. Sheesh Louise. Was these. This is my other favorite part.
the pitch perfect is crazy.
Pitch perfect.
It set it off.
Pitch
Oh my
perfect.
goodness.
I rebuke these.
We might post these on our YouTube or something like that.
I rebuke.
It's okay. That's fine. I don't force my religion on other people. You're good.
That's hilarious. I love that. I love that.
But yeah, amazing. Had so much fun. It's so good to have a session like this again. So I'm excited to see what the repercussions are.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. Last but not least, the belated birthday girl, Ember, Sule. What are your favorite parts, dude?
I like the quote at the beginning, like star maps etched into obsidian. That was really, really cool line.
Thank you, thank you.
Very good. Of course. I like our stealth suits. That was really fun. Very cool. Noel saying, "No one's hurt me more than me." That was so sad. And it hit hard. The engineering bonding and twinning with Aubrey, that was really cool. I don't think we've gotten an engineering scene yet, so yeah.
We'll have more.
That was, yay! That was really fun. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yanni saying to Aubrey, "It looks like you needed Sule to save you there." That was funny. Getting to theorize and figure out what happened in the hospital, I think that was really fun. Kind of like putting all the pieces together. That was fun. Sule saving Yanni, thank God. I was so
Yes.
scared. I was so
Oh my
scared.
God, yes.
Oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, what if I like make it worse and I accidentally like push her out into space?
We then would have been rolling some death saving throws. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was worried
Listen,
about.
I
was like,
can't
oh
deal
my
with
God.
this again this week, Amber. Amber, I can't do this again this week.
Why? Oh, the death. Yes. Rip Izzy. Yeah, no, I was
Rip.
scared. I was like, oh my God, what if I like make it worse? And then I was prepared to use inspiration there, and luckily didn't need to. So that was cool. I'm glad it worked out. And the description of like her like her oxygen running low, but like not to the point where it was like, oh, where like you're dying, but like to the like enough to like panic and be like, oh shit, what am I doing? Like I just like that detail because it really added to the suspense in the scene.
Thank you. Hell yeah.
Of course. The Corone shit being revealed. I'm a bit disappointed in her. Not in like how it went, not in you, but like in her.
Yeah. She needs to be better.
Yeah, she needs to be better, do better, Home Depot, you know.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, she's the big bad. That's what I was very like, should she be repentful at first? And I was like, bro, she's not, bro, she was the big bad, you know what I mean? She's not gonna say I'm sorry, you know? It's gonna take a lot more than somebody scaring her to apologize, but you know, maybe one day.
One day. Real. The capacity's there.
Yeah.
Ability. But I also, at the same time, I kind of like it because, you know, I feel like it just makes for an interesting dynamic of like, you are kind of our enemy still, but we also have a shared enemy. You know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. And the conflict of, do we set her free when she could go do more bad? Do we give her our powers, like a little bit of our powers, so for her to maybe do more bad? Like it kind of gives more depth to our morals as well and what we are willing to do. So as much as I'm disappointed in her as a person,
it was good for
I
role
kind
play.
of like that it ended like that because it was like, you know, it makes for a more like interesting dynamic. So it was cool. And it's also like I feel like for such like a big bad to be redeemed, something really, really big has to happen, and it doesn't seem like that has happened for her yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's the one who made up the rumors about herself and faked her death, and like yeah, Soleros like kind of fucked her up, but I feel like it wasn't enough of that punch to make her.
It was definitely enough to like shake her a bit, but not enough to like change fully.
Exactly, and like I like that like we can see those little changes, her being like shaken, her changing her name, and not going by Astrama anymore and going by Corone instead, and just like those little details of how she was shaken, but not enough to change, and I kind of like that. So
Hell yeah,
disappointment, but
good
I kind
story.
of like it. Yeah. Yanni giving up her energy and how she was the only one to give it and just taking that initiative. And I really like in particular, I feel bad, but I really like in particular that it was Yanni, because Yanni has been the one who has been kind of like fighting for an Astronema. Why did I blank on her name? Astronema all along, and being like, okay, like, and believing in her. So for her to like, I feel like it was very in character and very kind of in line with how she has been acting about Astronema, for her to be the only one to make that sacrifice. So I like that.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay. I feel kind of bad, but yeah, I like that.
Metame says she's definitely not okay, but she won't be saying that.
Real.
Yeah.
She's not gonna admit it. Yeah. And
You
I
can't
kind
see
of
her
like.
cold powers.
Huh?
And you can't see her cold powers, so you don't know if she's lying or not.
Oh,
Can't see the snow.
Kind of works in her favor. For the lying.
Yeah.
Now she can lie.
Yeah.
Gaslight us. Gaslight geeky girl boss. And I kind of like that a bit, going back to the last one, but also kind of on the Yanni part. I kind of like that Astronema like hadn't redeemed herself yet and wasn't at that point, because it's kind of like, oh, Yanni like almost like hyped her up. At least like to Sule, it feels like, oh, Yanni like hyped her up, made her out to be like this person who has changed, who regrets her actions, who is trying to redeem herself, and then she's actually not, and it turns out she's still bad, just maybe not as bad, or like kind of like mellowed out, kind of shaken, like you said, maybe a bit more mellowed out. Maybe only because they have a common enemy, or maybe because she was shaken, but like that kind of like expectation versus reality based on what Yanni has said. So I kind of like that it ended up that way, and then Yanni took that, made that sacrifice. Wow, lots of sacrifices this week. Izzy, Yanni.
I don't want to talk about it.
No, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it.
Noel having the biggest grin on his face when we heard Raven.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, he's so head over heels. It was so cute seeing that like goofy big grin. It was like, Raven. Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
We're gonna go save Earth. Let's go.
Yep.
Turn.
Yep.
My first time on Earth.
Yeah, it is gonna be fucked. you know, but it will be your first. We'll be on Earth for a while. This is like the going back to Earth arc. We've been in space for a long, long time, And I think I said that though before we went into space. It'd be a long time before we turn back to Earth. So we've had our adventures in space, some fun adventures. Now it's time to head on back to Earth for a bit. So it'll be fun.
I wanna meet Harper.
Oh really? Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
I wanna meet Harper.
All right, bet. Yeah. Noted.
Thank you. Yeah. Post-session scene. Yay. I like those. That was cool.
Hell yeah.
And the symbol, finding out of character that the symbol is the symbol of Solaris. But of course, we don't know that. But that was cool to like have that be revealed.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I won't do it every sessions, but I may start, you know what I'm saying, try to do more post sessions scenes. But yeah. You wanna read off our moments from chat, Ember?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Blue said, I like where Sule saved Yanni when Yanni thought she saw her Zord. When Yanni thought she saw her Zord. Plus the Eagle Zord looks cool.
Hell yeah.
And I like the new suit. They were awesome.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. And also said happy birthday. Thank you. And I hope it's not like what happened with the Pink Galaxy Ranger.
Oh yeah, her character. Fun fact, Ember. I know you haven't watched it, but in Lost Galaxy, the Pink Ranger actually died.
Oh.
Yeah. Then she came back. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Oh yes, you did. Yeah, it's true.
Me first session.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
And Dee said, I'm mad that I missed session, but Toki, we're gonna have to talk about giving powers. Might be a good thing that I wasn't there because Raven would have shot Karam with her weapon TPH. Oh my god. Yeah. And Blue also said, I wonder if Yanni would die, who would be Silver Ranger? And I like the double ending.
I don't know. It'd be interesting. Yeah. But yeah, what an amazing session. We're going back to Earth, gang. We're finally going back to Earth. Finally on the way, you know. It's been a minute. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next with everything. Yanni not having her powers, the team going back to Earth to try to save the day. You know, it's gonna be a fun time. But yeah. Oh, go ahead.
The yellow shirts.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of yellow shirts type beat. But yeah, I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really freaking appreciate it. No Shadows of Olympus tomorrow. If you're wondering what Shadows of Olympus tomorrow, no Shadows of Olympus tomorrow. Come back next week. You know what I'm saying? We'll hook it up for you for Power Rangers and Shadows of Olympus. But don't forget to go follow the YouTube Roll Magic. Also go follow the Power Ranger YouTube. And we're gonna see you guys next time. Yeah. But yeah, as always, I hope you guys are an amazing day, week, night, year, existence. As always, we love each and every one of you. And as always, may the power freaking protect you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Love you, girlies. Bye. Have a good one. Oh yes, enjoy the intro video. Bye. Love you. But the singer never sleeps. It's never far away from danger. Oh, terror from the galaxy. Closing the earth where I'll be.
They will bring